Hello, GL1 here. Welcome to my online toy museum, and today we're going to talk a little bit about King Arthur and the Knights of Justice toys. This went to a 1991 cartoon series. I never watched it. I only bought these because they were on clearance, and I opened them up, and overall, I did not lose that many pieces. So, the first character we have here is King Arthur, of course, and I know I have the sword somewhere because I've seen it. I thought it was a dumb-looking sword, and I probably just put it on some other figure. I haven't been able to find which one, but I did have the shield, and one of the things I like about the shield is the way it fits onto his hand. It's a little unique. So he has a hand that is, in grabbing something position, and it's got these slots, and so you can slide that over his fist and over the thumb and put that at different angles, so, like he's parrying. And he has a button in the back, right there, so he can do the old slasher action. And King Arthur has to have Excalibur, so the next best thing is one of He-Man's swords, right? So one of the swords of Eternia. They don't have a lot of articulation. 1991 figures, or 1990s figures, and did not until Spawn figures came along. They got better. He was always McFarlane was always about upgrading action figures, and that continues today with all of his Justice League, Spawn, Batman, of course, and Fortnite figures. So they have, has a face shield. And what is nice, is having the real cloth for the cape. It says 92, but then some of them say 91. So all right, so that's King Arthur. So it's not bad. He looks so angry though, right? I always thought he kind of looked like he was a bad guy because he just looks so angry. But I guess he's fighting for Camelot. And let's do a bad guy. This is Warlord Viper, and he's a snake guy, right? Because snakes are always, I don't know, they always get a bad rap. So, and I am going to do a show. I think I'm going to have to do a series because I was going to do a show on snake-oriented toys, and as I started going through, wow, are there a lot. So it's too much to cover in one show. But look, he has a button there, and he does, like a hit you with his, probably got venom right on there, so you don't want to be hit with that. And again, a different kind of cloth cape, but it's pretty cool. And, so for 32 years, these things have been sitting around in a drawer. I think I just looked at them, opened them, thought they looked cool in the package 32 years ago, and never played with them. But, he's actually kind of cool now. He's a lot like one of the old He-Man type figures. So I think that, they're like the 5.5-inch figures. I think they would do well to play with that. All right, then go to a good guy, Sir Lancelot. And he has a really weird sword that I know I have somewhere. Never liked it. Put it somewhere. I'm not sure where it is, but I'm sure it'll turn up. But the cool thing about Sir Lancelot, he's got this removable armor, which is cool. So if he were, riding a horse, and he were jousting, it's got the armor to protect his head there, and then he can put the face mask down, which I think actually might be upside down, because let's see, so it's going to close. Maybe it is, although I don't remember ever taking it off, but I just think he's going to have a hard time seeing through there. And maybe if it were the other way around, that makes sense. That makes more sense. I guess at some point it came off, and now he can see through there. All right, so I'll stick that on later. The coolest thing is he's got this launching jousting stick, and you can push a button, and bam, does that shoot far. So that'll shoot about 10 feet. So pretty cool for Sir Lancelot, spring-loaded action there. And all right, we'll go to a Warlord again. We're going to go to Slasher. Slasher's really cool. Now, he came with two weapons that are similar to this, but My Space He-Man sword broke because it was that clear plastic from the 90s, and that breaks easily. So I cut the piece and I glued and melted it to his sword. And I'll show you that at the end of the show. But Slasher's kind of cool. So he can put on his armor like that. And, he's got his weapon in there. Now, his arms only go up and down. So I guess he's going to have to kind of like twist to get ya. But that he does more. Stuck to his head is this. Now, got to have a strong neck to hold that. But look, he's got a phalanx of spears that connects. And he can still put his face shield up mostly. And then he can go like that. And if he had his other weapon, he could spin on you. If he wanted to get you. Now, I do have this random Viper knife. I'm not sure who that belongs to. It could go to any of these guys, but I don't think it does. Maybe it goes to something in the Masters of the Universe. But I could always, he could always hold that, right? So a lot of these things are very, interchangeable. All right, and then we have Darren, Sir Darren. Sir Darren is really cool. All right, so he's smiling, and he should be smiling because he's got probably the coolest weapon of all. All right, so he's got this crossbow. All right, super powerful crossbow. And here's one of the arrows, right? Just a big metal bolt. Now, it's got a spring. You load that. The only thing is you got to lift this off to get it to fire. But when it fires, bam, fires pretty good. And then, look, it has like the notch. So you notch that. And it's just like a real crossbow. It goes back and then clicks in. And then take that Slasher. Oh, he missed, but he really missed. But that thing shot, about 8 feet. All right, so you know what though? But maybe King Viper might be a better target. Let's get Viper here. Bam, and he didn't fall over. But anyway, cool weapon, Sir Darren. All right, so if you want to check out the cartoon, maybe you can find that online. And check that out. So here's the toys. They're still available. They're not too expensive. Not too cheap either, though. But I'm sure I probably got them for like $3 a piece back in the day. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.